Mobile Legends, a game filled with all kinds of heroes. From scrawny little mages who look like they'd lose a fight with a mosquito, to tanky giants who could probably crush a car, yet still die to a floating blue ball. Marksmen with sniper rifles the size of a small country who still manage to miss stationary targets, and fighters who punch so hard you'd expect an earthquake. It's a place where physics, logic, and even basic common sense took one look at the gameplay and uninstalled themselves. For example, how does Franco outrun most assassins in-game, even though he's literally built like a refrigerator? How does Cyclops, a literal giant, look smaller than a 15-year-old elf? Or why do Hannabi mains go into a group of 5 enemies without any backup? Answer me, mother. Today, we're diving deep into the most illogical, ridiculous, and brain-melting things about this game. So, buckle up. Or in Franco's case, buckle that entire ship anchor to your waist and still run like a track star. First up,
Minotaur.
Minotaur. This guy walks around with a hammer so huge it looks like it could knock down a castle in one swing. You'd think one hit would send enemies into another server. But nope. His damage is so low you could probably tank his hits while drinking coffee. His hammer is basically a giant decoration. You're not a tank Minotaur, you're a medieval furniture piece. Then we've got Valir.
Everything engulfed in flames!
The fiery mage who can literally incinerate enemies alive. He can melt metal armor, scorch a hero into ashes. But for some reason, bushes are immune.
Bruh.
He can burn people to death, but a clump of leaves? Untouchable. Somewhere out there, Mother Nature is just laughing at him. Natalia, the Queen of Stealth. She can disappear from human eyesight, vanish into thin air. But apparently turrets have built-in anti-cloak technology. You can be invisible to everyone, but that turret? Nah, it's got wall hacks and X-ray vision. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if it could read her bank pin. Next is Hannabi. She's literally trained as an assassin, supposed to be swift, deadly, and capable of slipping away in a pinch. And yet, she has 0 escape skills. No dash, no blink, not even a sprint. She's basically an assassin who gets caught in every crime scene. If Batman was Hannabi, Gotham would have been wiped out on day 1. Now, Gord, our floating, glowing, laser-spamming mage who rides around on a flying skateboard. He's literally hovering above the ground, but somehow gets outran by barefooted mages like Kagura.
Bruh.
Imagine flying and still being late to the fight. Bro's basically an air-conditioned traffic jam. Then there's Yi Sun-shin, a legendary warrior who brings a boat. On land. On land. He's parking that thing next to turrets like it's a naval invasion, except it's literally a grass field. Forget defying physics. This man looked at geography and said, "Not today." And then we have Bruno. This guy somehow has unlimited balls, just kicking them out of nowhere like he's running his own sports shop. And his second skill, he slide tackles people non-stop, but never gets a red card. Any referee would have thrown him out ages ago, but in MLBB, he's still everyone's golden boy. Bane, the Sea King, commander of the oceans, ruler of the waves. Yet he still has to kill a crab for extra gold. You control the entire ocean, Bane. Summon a goldfish or something. Even Poseidon would be embarrassed watching you shake down seafood for lunch money. Kadita, the actual queen of the sea. You'd think she could just snap her fingers and tell the ocean to behave. But somehow, she can't stop Bane's ultimate. You're telling me the queen of the water gets bullied by the fish king? It's like Aquaman losing to a tuna. Uranus, a giant glowing robot tank who doesn't even have feet, but still buys shoes in the shop. Bro, what are you wearing them on? Your imaginary toes? At this point, he's just flexing footwear like a hypebeast who's never walked in his life. And finally, Beatrix. carrying 4 massive guns, switching them instantly like she's in an action movie. 0 back pain, 0 exhaustion. Meanwhile, I carry groceries for 2 minutes and need a chiropractor. If she ever quits the battlefield, she should open a moving company because clearly her spine is built different. And I completely forgot about Tigreal, the guy who proudly says,
"A real man never hides in the bush,"
while literally crouching in the bush, waiting to ult you into next week. Mobile Legends is basically a collection of these beautiful disasters, and I know there are way more out there. So what other illogical, brain-melting things have you seen in MLBB? Drop them in the comments, and if you give me enough cursed ideas, I'll make a part 2. Till then, stay safe, don't trust bushes, and remember, Franco is always watching.